Welcome to another episode of SwillinGrog's Wonderful World of Beer. Today, I'm joined by two special guest reviewers, Tim, who comes all the way from the UK, and Andy, who you'd remember from my Lone Star beer review, among others. We're reviewing Weihenstephaner Dunkel, 5.2% alcohol by volume, brewed and bottled by the Weihenstephan Brewery in Germany, the fatherland. Now, we're all pretty thirsty here, so we're keen to crack these open and make an assessment of them. So I'll use the trusty Barry Jones bottle opener to crack off the cap here. All right, and there you go, Tim.
Thank you.
All right, I'll start giving it a pour. Yeah. I've really been looking forward to this today, actually. Okay. Okay, I've poured mine really aggressively and got an amazing amount of head. Yeah.
Yeah, you have too.
Yeah.
So I've been the most careful, I think.
You have to,
Yeah.
yeah.
To talk about the appearance, well, I've got about one finger of head. It's a kind of beigey appearance, quite tightly compacted bubbles, and the beer itself is it's kind of a dark ruby brownish colour. Carbonation is difficult to. Yeah, it's there. There's a
There's definitely some
amount of
carbonation. Yeah.
So that certainly looks pretty good to me. What do you think about the aroma, Andy?
Yeah, it's. You can taste the roasted
Taste?
malt.
Yeah.
You can smell the roasted malt. Sorry, I'm not thinking I've had a big day at work.
He just wants to get into it.
Yeah, waiting
Dying
for
to
the
get
taste
into
test.
this, yeah.
SwillinGrog.
Yeah.
Right, so we move on to the taste test.
Yeah, so we've talked about the appearance and the aromas. So that could only mean that it's time for the most important part of the review, the taste test. So to you, the audience, a huge cheers, or more appropriately, Proust.
Proust.
Let's dive in. Oh, that's absolutely delicious.
Isn't it? Yeah.
That's delicious.
Yeah. No, the taste definitely does, follow the nose. It's it's very malty. It's a very malt-forward beer. I'm getting kind of a sweet caramel sort of flavour, sort of up front. You're getting those, dark roasted malt.
Yeah, it's quite rich, isn't it?
Yeah, it is indeed quite rich. Yeah, and the finish is, quite dry.
You can really taste the malty, chocolatey flavours. But
then
then there's
There's a bit of coffee, sort of, a little hint of coffee sort of bitterness in the finish.
There's a bitter finish, and it's quite dry, isn't it? But
Yeah. There's just nothing at all offensive about it flavour-wise. It's just, just so incredibly tasty. Yeah.
What about the price in Australia?
Well, I think the price is what probably lets it down a little in Australia. It's $5.99 a bottle, and I don't remember what a carton of it is, but I think if I remember rightly, they sell it by like a 12-pack rather than a 24 or 20-pack.
Do we want to sort of wrap up and give our scores for this?
Yeah, I think before we wrap it up, we'll have one last gulp.
I agree with
Definitely.
that.
Yeah.
We'll go with that one. Cheers.
Wow. Well, all in all, it's very satisfying. It's a real taste sensation. I'm a huge fan of, the beers that are very malt forward. There's nothing offensive about it flavour-wise. It's just absolutely delicious. So, Yeah, pardon me. I would think that in terms of a score out of 10, I'd be happy to give it a 9. Yeah. What about you fellas?
Well, I was thinking exactly the same. I was going to go for a 9, and I'm not just saying that. I was actually going to go for a 9. That was what I've already got in my mind. What about you, Andy?
Yeah, I'm thinking a 9. I've never really tried the Dunkels much before, but I'll tell you what, from first impressions on that one, that's a 9.
Well, there you go, folks. There you go. It's unanimous, 9 out of 10 for Weihenstephaner Dunkel. So if you can get your hands on it, give it a go. Even though it's a little pricey, it's still worth your while.
Yep.
Indeed. Sure. All right, well, that brings us to the end of yet another SwillinGrog beer review. I'd like to thank Tim and Andy for joining me. It's been a long time coming, actually. We're all going to get together and review the, I believe, the Ginger Tom a couple of years ago now, but you ended up getting stuck over in Western Australia, Andy.
Oh, and, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, that didn't actually come to pass. But anyway, that's it from all of us. We're just going to kick back and enjoy the rest of this, Weihenstephaner Dunkel. And thanks for having us. And we're probably yes. Until next time. Fare thee well.
Fare thee well.